size of Paul's ears.
I take that as a valuable.
Well, you know what?
Okay, information.
Okay, I'm John from Into Boxing, and this is
All from Boxing Matters.
so what we're doing then is we're trying to get something together for the Stoke guys and Uttoxeter and Wales. We're trying to get some interest and basically see how they've been training ready for the fight next Saturday. We're going to start with Scott Lawton, and he can give you a rundown of the boys.
Right, okay. Obviously show 18th of November. All the boys in shape, all trained hard, looking good. A lot of hard sparring, and you're going to do the business on the night.
Cash, you got a shout out yesterday. How does that make you feel? Frank Warren.
Well, after we go, you're going to have to go to someone else.
Alright, and we'll come back to you. We'll start with the outsider, all the way from North Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's your training been going?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, you know your opponent?
I know who he is, yeah. But I don't know him.
You know what I mean?
I know who he is,
Have you
yeah.
watched any kind of footage of him?
What's that, sorry?
Footage? Have you seen any footage?
No, I know some lads here have fought him before.
Yeah.
So, same weight. No, as soon as I seen his name, I knew he was serious. I've looked all the records of these lads here.
Yeah.
So you homework already.
You made it to the semi-final of the Welsh Elite.
Yeah.
What made you decide to come to the pros?
Travelling down Cardiff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I couldn't get no fights unless I went down there, and the champions only once a year, aren't they? So I'm good having 2-3 fights, you know, so it's just time to move on, isn't it?
Josh, I watched you for the first time in the last fight. Have you learnt anything from that fight?
Yeah, don't try and knock everyone out. I think it's
Yeah.
No, it was a good one. It was a good fight to learn from, and I learned more from that than I did from any of the others. So you got to take the positives from it. There was a lot of negatives, but we will work on them and we'll get better.
Do you think that catches a few people out when I see people, you know, in the start these match rooms and Box Nation, they get a match with, let's say, some easy opponents, and then they're going in there and taking them out, and then as soon as they start upping the level, they're going to knock them out, and then they get caught out. I think Conor Ben did the same. He went in on his first couple of fights, completely annihilated him, and he hit a really hard journeyman. So is that what we have to be careful with?
Yeah, as such, but I'm a little bit of a different case to all the other lads because I never boxed as an amateur, so I'm sort of learning and trying to gain all the. It's hard to explain, just like basically improve and learn on the job. So with me, it's a case of.
You have to slow you down, Josh. You
yeah.
have to slow Josh down, because as soon as you start stopping people, your levels have to go up. But he needs the experience at that low level first before he moves up. So it's hard keeping Josh where he is at the minute.
Okay. Jamal, I spoke to Gallagher yesterday, and just said about you going up there sparring, and also Anthony Crawley. He said that he just missed you, but after you left, we were kind of talking about it. So how does that make you feel that Gallagher and Anthony Crawley's actually kind of
Good, man.
mentioning you?
What did he say?
I don't know.
Give us some insight.
No, I think we were in the car park, it was dark, so I didn't want to freak him out.
Yeah.
But I just, you know, I had a quick word with Crawley and just said, you know, did you see Scott Lawton's fighter? And he said, oh, I just finished sparring, and he said, he was speaking to the guy he sparred with, I can't remember his name. Jose, he says, yeah, this is a good kid, we need to watch out for him. So, do we need to watch out for you?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
man, of course, definitely. I think I've definitely got the potential. People know me from my amateur background, that I've made some noise, and people watching my last fight may think, oh, I'm too nice. Some people understand the boxing side, that I'm a good technical boxer, but a lot of people want to see people getting hit, we put that hurt on people, and in that last fight I didn't do that. I dealt with my opponent comfortably, and I know a lot of people, they want to see me to get people out of there, and I know I can because I've had like 10 knockouts in my amateur career. So I know all I need is an eye of the tiger, and I can show that. And I feel now I've got that rage, and I just can't wait for next week. And hopefully I can do that, get my opponent out there and show that I have got that fearful side of me.
Should he be worried?
We're not getting away saying that. I don't get away with saying I the tiger, I'm sure of that.
Well,
I was going to give it him then, but I thought I'm in striking range.
Let's all go run down the street.
I was going to give it him, but I'm too close.
I did have a snigger.
Well, I can get away with it, Scott.
Liam, don't know you, but I've already invested 30 quid into you.
Worth every penny.
Worth every penny.
Worth every penny.
Yeah. So it's your debut. What's your plans? I mean, how are you going to go from novice, junior, ABA champion, and various Midland belts to going into the pros? I just remember listening to Jamal talking about the speed in the amateurs to go to the pros. Is that something which Scott's and the other lads have spoke to you about, kind of saying, look, it's a different pace?
Yeah, well, you sort of get that feel for yourself, like without anybody telling you. You already know, like, from the difference between sparring with pro lads and sparring amateur lads. I personally find it a lot more difficult to spar amateur boys now that I've made that transition to the pro game, because you're sitting down a lot more on your shots. And you're trying to, you're trying to hurt the other guy. Like, whereas in the amateurs, you're in, you're out, you're point picking. You're looking for more, like, say, a point scoring method. Whereas in the pros, your feet are a lot more planted and you're digging the shots in. So, that's the sort of transition from the pros. You're trying to assert yourself a bit more on the other fighter.
Liam is quite heavy-handed anyway, so I'm pretty sure the pro game is going to suit him, because he moves well on his feet, but when he does let his shots go, he drops the anchor and he lets them go, and they are heavy shots where he lands. So I think he's going to be a real force in his weight class. Now, that's what we're doing at the minute. We're just working out what his weight class is going to be, because he's making this weight too easy. So
just remind me what weight is going in it.
Super lightweight.
Super lightweight this one, but he will be going lower, especially for title fights day before weigh-in, because he's like walking around at that weight sort of now.
I haven't dieted.
No, he's definitely
I don't think I've dieted for a while as well.
It's happened. Gets the best of it.
Well, we just want to wish you good luck on your debut, and it's good that we're going to be there to support you. You stop giggling yet? So, it's your debut as well?
It is.
So it's quite an important night for kind of Impact Gym with the new lads coming through. How do you prepare for it? How do you prepare for it?
I think the nerves from fights and stuff is just normal to us. If you've had an amateur background or white collar, as long as you've been involved in boxing, you know the nerves are sort of the same. It's the training that's the biggest adjustment. Training from 3 times a week, once a day on your training days, and doing your runs, to training twice to 3 times a day, 6 days a week. But that's how I've adjusted and prepared for it.
We know that you're doing your last run. I did see you actually other day as we were driving by, thinking, not for me, son, not for me. And I felt sorry for him and gave him a lift the last mile. But are you ready? What's this opponent going to have to kind of expect when he's facing you in the ring?
God knows. I just won't make him suffer. If I suffer, he suffers 10 times worse.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you go in there wanting, do you change? Because you seem like a really laid back, nice guy. As soon as you got the gloves on and the bell goes, does that just disappear and you just want to hurt the guy?
Yeah, well, it's like a game of rugby, isn't it? Everyone goes on the pitch. As soon as you hear the whistle go and you step across that line, you're in there for a brawl. As soon as you hear the whistle go again, your best mate straight after. I mean, you're in there to fight, you're not in there to flip and faff around, taking the mick like. So.
I mean, I've seen with Sean spar quite a few times now, and I've seen him sparring, and I've seen him put a few kids over, and when he puts someone over, he's the first one over there to him, going, "Oh, I'm ever so sorry, mate. I'm ever so sorry. Are you all right?" And so you have got quite a nice nature for boxing. But when he is in there and he lets his hands go, he is quite devastating with his punching.
I'm just going to pass you over to Paul from Boxing Matters. He's just going to just quickly fire a few questions at you, and then I'm just going to turn around and hopefully speak to a few people around the ring. There's a few mums in here, I can see hiding in the background. I'll just pass you over to Paul for 1 second.
So what do you plan on doing this is to all the boxers to make sure that Great Britain remember your name?
Basically asked me to shout him out when I'm in a live press conference.
Cheers,
Well, become a world champion. That's how it is. Everyone wants a flipping title, don't they?
It's a good start.
I mean, nothing's impossible. Don't matter where you come from. I mean, I come from a white collar background. Don't matter.
Good aim, and anything else.
Win.
I take each fight as it comes. And I'm not going to say that anyone's going to remember my name, but I'm going to try my damn darndest to get there.
Okay, Cash.
I think just start Saturday and see where it takes us. Whatever fight comes my way, take. But I'm quite confident I can make a name for myself, especially in the British. Hopefully win a British title. If not European, within the next 10 years. But it's all a process, and like Liam says, take every fight as it comes.
Jamal?
I love the sport, so just to make money from it, secure myself, make a living from the sport, put Stoke on the map, challenge myself, keep my discipline until I'm older, and yeah, because I love the sport and that's what it does for me. So.
Okay, Josh.
I just think give it your best go. I haven't got any reservations on what I'm doing or what I'm going to do. I think just go as far as you can go. If you're going to be honest with yourself and say give it your best go, then do what
You're supposed to be best in your socks, you said.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Josh
Well,
is supposed to be the best in your socks.
If I'm the best in his episode, I'm laughing at him. I'm the only ever pro from there, so at the minute I'm ranked number 1. Hopefully no one ever goes pro.
How's it?
I'm also ranked last as well, if they can.
Well, I come close for the Welsh, but as amateur. But it's left me hungry now for more, isn't it? But I'd like to win a Welsh title and take back to Wrexham, in Wrexham, North Wales, and just see how far I can go after that as well. So it's going to be about 29 now, so let's get my skates on, isn't it? So, it's left me hungry because I haven't had it and come close, so I just won it, you know. So I'm hungry for the title, aren't I? So that's win.
If any of you could box any opponent around your weight, I'd say in the British rankings, who would you want to box?
Don't care, anyone. Step by step, anyway.
Well, day before weigh-in?
Yeah, just let's say you've got the big fight you want, you're boxing on Sky TV.
Or Box Nation.
Or Box Nation.
Box the best you can, don't you? And I think that day before weigh-in, I'd probably go down to light middle, if not middle. I'm a bit unsure as what to do yet, but if it was light middle, someone like Brian Rose would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not saying you're not calling out Brian Rose. I understand that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you are.
Impact Scott Lawton and Brian Rhodes.
Domestically, that's the kind of biggest fight you could sort of look at. I mean, all the other lads are world class. I mean,
yeah.
You got lads like Liam Smith. You don't even dream about talking about them boys.
We'll snippet that to a 30-second vid.
You don't but
I'm so glad Chris Nixon's not here.
Yeah,
Chris doesn't know any boxers whatsoever.
I'm going to save that question for Chris anyway.
It's one of them. You want the biggest fight you can get. I'd rather get knocked out by the best bloke I could get it with in with, rather than people turn around and say he never got in with them and anyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're in boxing for fights, and that's what.
So you just want to give your best, don't you?
Yeah.
See where. If you give your best and see where you go, and then
you know
you can never look back and go, oh, I should have done this or I should have done that.
Yeah.
Just do the best you can.
Yeah.
Jamal?
You say careful what you wish for, don't you? I've got quite a few fighters on my mind.
Oh, you've got a list?
I'll do it.
Can I name?
The call out. The call out.
Come on,
This is not a call out.
Oh, it's a call out. Look at you say.
Can I name three fighters? No, I'd love big fights in the super middleweight category would be George Groves, Chris Eubank, and James DeGale.
All at the same time.
without a break.
Yeah,
I've just thought of one as well.
All three of them are quality fighters, and if I could get myself to that level, that'd be absolutely amazing.
Don't go back on yourself now and start.
Gosh.
I'm not going back, I'm saying if I can get myself to that level, which I plan on doing, I'm not going back on myself.
I know.
One step at a time. Yeah.
Gosh.
If I could box someone, that'd be O'Hara Davis. 100%.
Somebody can get O'Hara Davis. I could share this with Davis as soon as we come off one.
That's Instagram straight away, no danger.
You'll have me one of the case.
Have to be.
He'll be trying to sweat to catch.
That's what I get. Well, it's gone with it. No, seriously, I would. If I had the option of some box.
Okay. Liam?
I don't feel as though I'm in a position to.
It doesn't feel like that.
It's not call out.
Having said that,
vision.
you got to look at the champions, aren't you? You know, you're not in this sport for take the easy fights. You're in the sport to get the biggest fight that you possibly can. So you know, you're looking at like the Jack Catteralls, you know, or them sort of guys like Cash Selsley or Davies in the weight class that I'm at now. You know, I haven't looked at the weights below me because I'm not that weight yet. So it's unrealistic for me to look at them and say I'm going to be that weight if I'm not. So yeah, you got to box the champion, whoever's the best in the division. You know, your Corollas, your Burnsies, they're all the boys that you want to be hunting down.
I think Rash is an interesting one because we're not really sure whether Rash has a cruiserweight or an heavyweight. Yet.
Oh, cruiserweight now. 13 away then yesterday. But to be honest, I just won't fight. I'll fight anyone who gets in my way. I just won't be a champion.
Name, Rash.
Yeah. I haven't got no names. I'll just fight anyone.
So you haven't got any names at all? You never said to me anyone? Anyone, never?
Oh, I can't remember.
You can't remember? What about Tony?
Oh, I fight Tony Bally.
See? Anything we said? He told me that.
This can go online. I'll fight anybody. Anyone who gets in the way.
Oh, mate,
Obviously, I need a bit more
I'm
XP.
personal toilet friends with Tony Bellew.
I'll explain that all, can
I'll fight anybody who wants to get in the ring with me. I've just got to, if I want to be fighting people like Tony Bellew, I've got to train even harder than I'm training now. I mean, just running and doing a few hours at the gym a day isn't going to be
the first second or third time I met with Sean and we were talking about going pro and stuff, that was what he said to me. He goes, I could do get me some sparring with that Tony guy. I'm like, who are you on about? You know, it was just with David A. I'm like, oh right. I'll get you some of them, mate. Yeah, no worries.
I'm part of anyone. I love the sport. Like.
I just want to touch on one little thing. Me and Don's been obviously working with Matchroom and Box Nation, and we're completely raw. But one thing which the kind of media side is focusing on social media. So the Matchroom and the Box Nation is where before the olden days we used to watch it, used to tune into ITV, and that's how you learn your boxers. But now it's all about social media. Do you think that plays an important part into kind of selling your tickets? And do you think that if you're not good on
definitely right shed over there.
It does big time. I mean, I always have a laugh with the lads, and I always do normal stuff to them, putting it on Facebook. And after a bit, you know, I have people like Ben Allen going to me, Scott, do you know one of them videos put on Facebook? It's me taking a mick. It's me taking a mick out of him, but he gets people talking about him, and he get a couple of turkey sales out of it, like. So yeah, definitely.
It's just what I'm thinking is you kind of get your sponsors, on your shirts and stuff. And I think basically, you know, we need to kind of target maybe internet companies to try and kind of do your social media for it, because it just seems sometimes that there's some lads who have got really good talent, but they don't, you know, they've got no kind of idea with social media, not interested in social media, and they end up then falling away and going to the kind of ways where decisions are always more favourable to their own fighters. You know, so it's really important, and I just wanted to touch on that point. Do you actually realise how important it is?
Yeah,
it's massively.
Yeah. There's pros and cons though, isn't there? There's pros and cons, because if you turn around, you can say, look, just chuck everything on there, chuck everything on there. I've been boxing for years now, and like I say, I'm the only person who boxes where I'm from, basically. But so every time I put something on Facebook, all the lads will all come in and they'll all have a laugh and a joke, say, oh, hey, he's boxing again, they'll be out of his tickets next. Because you can't bombard people with it. It's got to be something that's worth putting on there. So it's a fine line in between.
Social media gives them an opportunity to see it as a normal person, not see it as a boxer, just see it as a normal person. And I think that's why it's good for it.
Yeah, I think the interactions involved.
I think it's the biggest way of promotion at the minute, ain't social media.
So what we're going to do then is we're going to go up to this random lad and say, you're here to support Cash and your Cash's mum. Okay, so he's obviously going for his first pro. Do you get nervous when you see him in the ring?
No. Yes, I get nervous, but not fearful. So I know a lot of mums say they don't like to watch the lads box, and I've never been that way. I've raised Cash on my own, and the day that he was born, if ever there was a lad that was going to be special, it was him, and I knew all his life, and he's worked very, very hard, and I'm a very proud mum. But he puts all the effort and he works very, very hard, but as I've always said in the background, and there is a lot in the background from us mums, and that's with a clear mind, son, you can achieve anything, and it's keeping the mind focused and the mind clear, you know.
What do you think of his jeans?
Oh, that's it.
I think they're terrible.
That's okay, because I had them when I went 8. We'll move on to that. Hello. Watching this little press conference, does this make you want to get into boxing? Yeah, thanks for your time. Hiya. So, obviously your dad runs Boxing Matters, and you know, I'm guessing your house is probably 99.9% of boxing. You know, coming to places like this, does it make you feel like you just want to, you know, get into boxing?
Yeah. I mean, obviously it'd take a lot of time to get to this level, but it's really inspiring.
Inspiring, that's great. And siding behind here, we've got Liam's mum, who's promised me that she's going to be £30. So, answer your same question. You know, when you see your son get into the ring, does it make you a bit nervous? Are you kind of happy to see him, you know, sat there and, you know, achieving what he's achieving?
Oh yeah, you always get nervous, you know, no matter what type of party, even sparring you can watch, you can get nervous. Just the odd, I don't think a lot of people realise like how much hard work goes into, because Liam, he has to juggle a lot of things. He's self-employed, he comes training in the morning at 6 o'clock, he's here till 8, goes home, has a shower, and he works all day, standing on his feet. Back again, home, change, back in the gym, till 8, 9 o'clock at night. And I don't think really people realise that he's got a day job with just long hours and just time on his feet. It's hard to juggle that, you know. People don't realise when you're in that ring how much hard work is going into and dedication.
I realise it. Did an hour session with Scott Hawkins and I got a 12-back session afterwards. So I realised to do that day in, day out. How do you feel seeing these guys sat here?
Do you want to get into boxing, mate?
I don't know what these boys, to be honest.
Yeah?
One day I want to be there. It's nice to see this happen. To see all the lads, obviously apart from me, getting loads of press. Well done, boys.
We're looking enough there.
See you later, yeah?
Where's my mate, Bill? So Scott, Yeah, obviously had a successful pro career, and to obviously when your career ends, you know, is this what you need to do to keep putting these guys through it for yourself to keep into boxing? Boxing doesn't matter to you?
Listen, when I was boxing,
That was nice.
when I was boxing, I made every mistake you could possibly make in boxing.
Is that fighting Ami Khan?
No, that was quite profitable. That was not too bad. That wasn't. But little things through my career, I've done wrong. Plain simply is because I didn't let people around me who knew what was right. So after I finished boxing, I was definitely going to stay in the sport, and I'm going to pass on what I've done wrong to them, so they don't make the same mistakes as I've done. I mean, I must be the only boxer to actually put himself in the away dressing room. I boxed as a pro, and the guy I was fighting goes, "Hey mate, I've got my family come watch me today. Do you mind if I come out second?" I went, "Yeah, of course you can." So I went in the away side and lost. You know what I mean? That's just. But obviously, back then I didn't understand the politics of boxing and anything like that, and I just thought whoever won. Where whoever sells the tickets usually wins because they're paying everyone else's wages. Obviously, you can win away from home, but you have to work really, really hard, and you've got to smash it to get an away win. That's why it's then important for these boys with the ticket sales to push them out and keep them keep it flowing nicely, because hopefully then we can go to like Matchroom and we can go to Box Nation and say, we've got this kid, he does this amount of tickets, will you get him on your show? And if we can do tickets, they'll say yeah, but we just need to get their fan bases up, which is what you're doing now for us.
Well, it's not for you, it's so me and Don can continue to go watch boxing for free. I don't really care about you, it's just we realise that if one of you make it, you know what I mean?
It's just another free fight.
Yeah. I don't really know the gyms in Stoke or the personalities yet. I'm just learning, if I'm honest with you. But I did sit next to two guys yesterday. I can't remember the names if I'm honest, so I beg your pardon for that.
Gary Mawson.
That's the one, yeah. They say they also run some pro boxers as well. You know, like when you've got two gyms and two pro gyms, I mean, do your boxers kind of communicate with each other? Are you friends with each other, or are you like, it's them and us? How does it work?
Well, their boxers used to be our boxers anyway. They originated from here, so.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you ever get to fight them guys? Is it like a Stoke v Stoke? Because that's what we need.
Well, it would be nice, like, if we did like work together and we boxed them and they boxed us. I'm quite easy going with that. That would be good. It'd be good for Stoke.
Because we're on live, I'm just going to ask a few. If there's anybody got a few questions. I've got one here for Jamal. Luke Catchy, would you fight him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'd fight him.
Okay. Would you win him?
Of course, that's the mentality I've got.
Okay.
That's a fourth call out in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Probably. Got me saying you can't win because you're from Northern Wales.
Something like that.
Made that one up, sorry.
Ready to go me, pal.
And I'd just like to kind of say thank you for coming out today, and like I said, what we're trying to do is not only just bring boxing to Stoke, we're just trying to kind of show people, you know what I mean, that boxing does matter.
If you're into it.
It's over, yeah. It was good once. One time. It's got me one. Pushing it now. Right more now. Plug.
So, sponsors, how important are sponsors to you?
Everything.
Yeah? I'm not going to ask you again because I was there for 15 minutes. We've named every single sponsor. So, if there's any sponsors out there who's, who's interested in sponsoring any of these lads, if you've been in touch with Scott Lawton or Into Boxing or Boxing Matters, then you know, just give us a message and we'll pass it on to the boxers.
Any millionaires out there?
People like to plug their sponsors, which is fine by me. But yeah, once again, has anybody got any final words for the opponent, starting with you?
God knows what
Yeah, I'm going to knock you out, mate.
I'm going to bang you.
Yeah?
There you go.
Careful.
Very well.
Yeah.
Turn on.